What's up, guys? Welcome in. I'm pulling up exactly what we need, and then we will start. Also, just saw you're on my laptop. Just close all the slides.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Shit.
Thank you for that, Mary.
What the hell? Slide mine. Where am I?
Can you guys tell me if I'm live though?
You're live.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, sir.
Let's do it.
All right. We are good. So let's start with this one.
There we go.
Go. I'm gonna have the stream on my phone as well, so I can see myself. Let's go to my channel.
Alright. You want a phone stand for that? No, I'm just kidding, bro. Of course you have that. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I actually do have a voice phone. It's like a multiple phone.
Is there anything you don't have?
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna just promote it out real quick. Yo, what's good, guys? We are live right now for the second day of the Mastermind. We're gonna just do a quick recap of day one. Next thing we're gonna do is go through sales and systems. Super excited. Click this link right now and join us. I'll see you there.
Oh shit.
Alright. Make sure we're good. Let's check how many, let me see how many viewers we're at right now.
Dude.
2? Let's go. I think they're all in this room.
What?
The people in the stream. I think it's me and you.
I'm not putting it on yours because it might die.
Alright, that's number 1. Let's do.
We're at 10%.
What do you mean?
Battery.
On mine?
Yeah.
So it's going up?
Yeah. Now it is.
Nice.
The battery might be too small to run off all that.
Nice. Create a post. And announcements. Day 2. Mastermind. Live. Join us.
You don't like that computer? You don't want to like about that computer? Oh, that's on. It has the NVIDIA GTX 4060 in it.
460 is good.
4060, yeah, 4060.
It's really good.
Yeah.
460 on a laptop, that's fucking crazy.
It's crazy. It's fast.
How much did you get it for?
1300.
Yeah.
But then I also bought extended RAM because that came with 16 gigs, and I bought RAM for like $200.
32?
It came with 16. Now it has 64. I upgraded it.
What the fuck? That's on beast.
Yeah, I opened it up.
That's crazy.
Alright, guys. Welcome in. Let's go and do a quick recap of day 1. If you guys are not here, you can watch that replay on the live channel. Let's get to it though. We're going to talk about why you're not getting sales and appointments. Let's just do a quick recap of day 1. Again, we already went through all this, but just to go through it again real quick. Right now, you have a current problem, and that is getting appointments. And a lot of it has to do with burnout. I speak from experience. Right now, you're feeling like you got to get people through. You got to get people attracted to your offer, but you're burnt out. You're one guy. You're trying to make some money. You're trying to hit 10K a month, possibly 30K a month. I've been there, but you're feeling burnt out. It's okay, man. We're going to help you today. You need to generate leads without spending money on ads, but you also don't want to burn out. So there's a new process that is going to allow us to get interested leads, call these interested leads, and schedule meetings. It's really that simple, right? Business is simple. It's a little bit hard to do depending on what you're doing. So this is the new process. With this process, all you have to do is just call the interested leads and schedule calls. Because if you're just starting a business, everybody knows it's like, I have something I can sell. I have some kind of value I can share with people, but how do I get in front of them? How do I get people calling me? How do I get them interested or even knowing who the hell I am? That's what we're going to talk about today. Just a quick recap. With this method, you can spend more time closing deals. Okay, this can be you. Maybe this one. Personally, I'm that one. But the 4 methods that we've automated with AI is cold email. These are some of the softwares that we're using right now. Gmonster is the same thing as Instantly. You guys have all heard of Instantly. Gmonster.co is the domain. It's super cheap. It does the same exact thing. They both have their pros and cons. With Instantly, you're able to kind of purchase email accounts within the app. With Gmonster, you have to purchase them outside of the platform. So if you already have your own Gmail accounts, perfect. If you don't, I'm going to put also a link in the description at the end of the live where you guys can actually purchase pre-warmed up Gmail accounts. So with this, you can send 500 to 5,000 emails a day, and you're going to get a 1% positive reply rate. So if you're sending 500, you're going to get 5. If you're sending 5,000, you're going to get 50 leads a day. So with that, let's say we're doing the minimum though. We're going to get 10 leads a day, 5 to 10 leads a day. All we got to do is inform them about what we're doing and ask for permission to call back. Then we're going to schedule meetings. With this, you're going to get 2 to 5 calls a day, and you're going to get, basically, I put half a deal per week because technically if you do the math, you're going to end up getting 2 deals a month from cold email. If you're just barely sending 500 a day. So that's the math on cold email. And again, we've automated that with AI. You're going to see that towards the end. Full video on my channel. Look for this thumbnail right here. That way you can see the actual video showing the cold email. Next thing we're going to talk about is cold calling, partially, okay? Cold calling obviously takes a lot of time, but you can automate it if you have AI or virtual assistants. So the math is going to be like this. This is a method that I came up with a while ago. Actually, I discovered it when I was 17 working in call centers. We were working with a lot of virtual assistants, and we had so many calls coming in, we had to screen them, and we didn't want to pay Americans full-time to sit in our call center and do this. So what we did was we hired a $3 an hour virtual assistant, and if you've ever hired virtual assistants for cold calling, you know that you got to pay them like $6 to $10 an hour to get a really good one. And even then, they're going to have all the same issues that you would with regular humans, which is like not showing up to work, not putting in notes, not being organized, they're not sticking to the script, right? What I was able to do is create a soundboard with my voice. If you've ever done cold calls, you know that typically the call is going to go a certain direction. You're typically going to get the same questions over time. So what I'll do is I'll have a script, which we're going to go over towards later in the stream. You're going to actually see the script, but what we're going to do is basically put that script in the soundboard. So if my first line of the script is, hey, do you guys take VA loans? Right? If I'm reaching out to mortgage loan officers, hey, do you guys handle VA loans? That's the first line of the script, but on my soundboard, I'll say that same line 3 times. So like, hey, what's up? I was just calling to see if you guys take my VA loans. That's the first recording. The second one's gonna be like, yeah, I was just trying to see if you guys do VA loans. And I'll say it exactly as I would on a cold call. Why? Because this virtual assistant can only speak through my voice on the soundboard. So if the person that answers the phone is like, wait, what did you say? You can repeat the same exact thing without making it sound like a recording. It's the same. So I recorded all my responses, and we're going to get to that. 2 to 3 leads out of 100 dials. And if you're using something like Phone Burner, you can easily do 100 dials an hour, which means what? You're now getting leads for less than $1. It's genius. You're literally getting leads for $1. And so obviously your VA will just enter those leads into the CRM. But the script that we're using for cold calling is always getting people to just send information and then getting permission to call back at a different time. So I never want to book an appointment. I never want to sell anything on a cold call. A lot of you guys want to do that. I get it. But they have to have a little bit more commitment before doing that. And we're going to get into that a little bit later on. So full video right here. If you want to see how we did that soundboard, it's already on YouTube. Cold call without talking right there. And again, this is not AI. This is actual soundboard with a real voice. Third method is going to be SMS or iMessage. Okay, I'm not a lawyer. Check your local laws and regulations for SMS. But iMessage, there's absolutely no restriction on that because it's not regular SMS. Same thing applies to WhatsApp. If you guys are in Europe, you guys can use WhatsApp or iMessage or, of course, SMS. So with this, if you're using regular SMS, I recommend using Twilio because with Go High Level, you're gonna get banned instantly. But with Twilio, they don't care. You can run it up. So you send 400 a day, you're gonna get a 3% positive reply rate. Typically, the reply rate is about 10 to 12%, but about 3% of them are actually gonna be interested and ready to work with you. Malik, welcome in. Second thing is we're gonna call these interested leads, right? Because the SMS, iMessage, WhatsApp messages are going out automatically. You don't have to even do the outreach. It's all automatically done for you. So with this, you're gonna get about 12 leads a day. All we're gonna do again is just qualify them and ask for permission. We're gonna give them a little dollar price and then ask for permission to call back. Third thing, schedule meetings. With this, you're gonna get 4 to 6 discovery calls a day. Okay, we do a 2-call close. We're gonna get into that later on. But with that, you're gonna get 2 to 3 deals per week doing this alone with SMS, iMessage, or WhatsApp. A lot of people, we're in Mexico right now, right? Everybody here uses WhatsApp. I think that's the same case in Europe, right?
Yep.
People use like WhatsApp there? Yeah. 2 to 3 deals per week if you're doing 400 a day. That's about average. Next method, well, real quick, this is actual video if you want to see how I did that. There's a thumbnail. Next one is voicemail drops. We use Just Deliver It. You can also use Go High Level. I recommend Just Deliver It. The domain for that is justdeliverit.net. And I recommend that one because the person that you buy voicemail drops from buys it from Just Deliver It. They are the cheapest on the market. You can do 1,000 voicemail drops for $20. And when I say 1,000 for $20, I'm not saying 1,000 attempts. They're only charging you once the voicemail actually delivers, because a lot of these voicemails are going to get filtered out. They're going to get carrier blocked. They're charging you for 1,000 delivered voicemail drops. So if you do this, you'll send out 200 per day, 1% positive reply rate, 2 leads a day, 10 leads a week, 1 call per day, 1 deal per week. And if you're doing this, it's literally going to cost you $20 for the week to get 1 deal. Okay, my actual cost of acquisition organically overall is $94. $94 to close a deal worth $1,500 or more. So that's voicemail drops. Here's the thumbnail if you want to see how I did that. Check out that video. Here are the final numbers. If you're doing everything I just said, you're going to do 400 SMS, 200 voicemails, 400 dials, 200 emails, 24 leads a day. Okay, very inexpensive. You guys are not getting 24 leads a day. You're feeling blessed if you're getting 5. All of this stuff is completely automated. Click that second link in the description. You guys can get access to my boss snapshot. You should be using that. With this, you can get 24 leads a day. If you're getting 24 leads a day, 120 a week. 12 book meetings a day is 60 per week. How did we get to this number though? The 12 book meetings is because typically half of the leads that are interested are going to book discovery, a follow-up. Because there's a little bit more that goes into it. You actually have to call them, send them information, and then get permission to call back. So those callbacks is what these are, right? A discovery call. That's going to be like 5 to 15 minutes, typically. So out of the 12, we're going to get 6 people that actually show up for a demo. So those are the final numbers if you're doing all this correctly. And that's a huge number. 30 showed up meetings per week. Are you guys getting that right now? Okay, full video on my channel if you guys want to see that. With this, I was able to close 1 out of 3 for the first 2 years of my agency. In the first 9 months of my agency, cold calling and LinkedIn alone, we did $150,000 in revenue in the first 9 months. I had no experience. I'd never had an agency before. I had no YouTube channel. I had no case studies using these methods. Watch that video if you're interested. All right, guys, let's move on to the next part. That's just a recap of day 1. I want to get into, though, why I quit selling SMMA. I quit. And you should, too. And I want to tell you why. If you're here right now, you already heard of social media marketing. You know what SMMA is to some point. Right, a lot of people are starting to now transition into AI agencies. So social media marketing agency is a creative company that develops and runs social media marketing campaigns for their clients, right? That's what we're all doing here. And the framework is that you're attracting clients, You're automating your systems internally with AI and automations, and you're scaling it. It's very simple to scale with these systems. But the problem is this: you tell people what you do, right? You do your cold calls, you do your SMS, you do your cold email, but all you're saying is, hey, what's up? I do paid ads. I will give you qualified appointments. I will do this, or you don't pay, right? And what happens is you actually end up getting rejected 93% of the time. And for that 7%, you're feeling like Iron Man. You're like, let's go, we're closing deals. And at that point, this has been normalized. This is not normal. Okay, it shouldn't be. And it was normal for me for a long time. But again, why are we getting rejected? I finally sat down and I was like, I need to fix this problem. I don't want to just keep getting rejected all the time. I need to fix this problem. So the solution is using a unique selling point. It gives context for your outreach, and now you're only getting rejected 75% of the time. Okay, this is a lot better, obviously. But now you're literally getting 1 out of 4 people to become interested from the outreach that you're doing. And so you're now solving this issue. Okay, you sound like everybody else. Again, it's just a recap of day 1. You guys can go watch that in depth. But we're going to use their desired prospects as a way to create a unique selling point. So you're going to say, hey, what's up? I'm an agency, and I work with your desired prospects, and that's where you come in, right? It gives context for why you're actually calling them. Because a lot of times if you're just like, I'll run your Facebook ads, they're like, nope, I've already heard that a million times, right? Matt, what niche are you doing?
Agencies.
Okay, so you're doing agencies. So if you call agencies and you tell them you're going to run their Facebook ads, what are they going to say?
I'm going to tell you fuck off.
If you call agencies and you tell them, hey, what's up? I'm going to get you qualified appointments or you don't pay, what are they going to say?
Probably be more interested.
Maybe a little bit more interested for sure, because there's a clear value there. But at the end of the day, you're still getting rejected because they do that, right? These agencies are setting appointments. So what are we going to say? Hey, I work with businesses that need an agency, but I don't have anyone to send them to. Now they're going to listen up. Now they're going to be like, wait a second, what do you got? What are you talking about? Right? So now you're getting rejected way less because there's a clear reason why you're calling them. You're using their desired prospects as a way to get through the door. And again, we're not going to go through that in depth. Watch day 1 if you're interested in that. Let's move on though. I want to talk about this. Nope, not that one. Not that one. We're going to come back to that one, but not yet. And again, just to kind of finish the recap, again, we're going to talk about 3 profitable SMMA niches and what to offer them, just as a quick recap before we get into sales and systems. So the first niche is mobile apps. I know, it sounds crazy. It's very unorthodox, but I love mobile apps. The pros is that a lot of these guys have money. Okay, they have a bunch of money. They're a startup. They need to spend the money, actually, and there's low competition, right? I remember I said it was unorthodox. That doesn't mean not saturated. That just means it's low competition. The cons, though, is that the sales cycle is very long because they're very big companies. They're also very corporate. You need confidence. These are companies that are doing $3 to $10 million a year. It's not beginner friendly. By the way, what I'm talking about here again is mobile apps. You can find these people on Crunchbase.com. I highly recommend you guys look at Crunchbase because it's not just mobile apps. It's any kind of company. And what we're doing is we're finding companies that have recently been funded with millions of dollars, right? These guys will get like $1 to $3 to $5, even $20 million, and they have to spend it to make more money, right? They got the money, they got to spend it. And that's where you come in. But again, it does require a little bit of confidence. It's not beginner friendly. What we can offer them is organic TikTok content. There's a company right now, you can Google it, it's called Juiced Media. Juiced.media. It's run by a guy named Steve Kravata. Actually, I think he's not part of it anymore, but he was actually doing this and he had insane results. Right, Matt, you also know this works too, right? The organic content. You can actually make quite a lot of money doing that. And this is a $5,000 per month service because you're going to get them a ton of downloads, especially if you're running it on TikTok or even Instagram. What you're doing is you're running multiple viral accounts, like 6 to 12 accounts. You're trying to make viral content either by paying UGC or doing it yourself, and you're getting them a ton of people to download. That's $5,000 a month. You're going to sell that for a year. Second thing you can offer them is the same thing, but you're also running it through paid ads. $10,000 per month service. And the framework, again, look at this picture. This is how you attract the new clients from Crunchbase. This is a list of companies that have recently been funded 200 million, 100 million, 10 million, 2.5 million pounds. And they have to spend it. This is a pre-seed round. They're not even a real business yet. And they just got freaking 2.5 million pounds. Or is that euros? It's pounds? Okay, thank God. And again, the second niche is going to be finance. I love finance. This is one of my favorite niches of all time. I'm talking credit repair, business loans, insurance, debt, tax, insurance too, actually. Very easy outreach, very easy fulfillment, very high show rate because all these people work in an office, right? They're not on a roof somewhere. They're going to show up to the call. The cons, though, is that it is lower ticket. I'm talking for stuff like credit repair, maybe even insurance. Business loans is still pretty good. A lot of these guys are startups, right? Credit repair. It's an LTV play, which is good for you because you can retain them much longer. Yeah, let's keep going real quick. Okay, so this is what I wanted to get to. Watch what's next. This is very important to what I just talked to, that last point about cold outreach. This is a brain. Okay, I want to talk about the psychology of outreach and why it's very important because a lot of people get caught up in the emotion, right? The part that's burning out, or the part that makes you feel burnt out when you do outreach, is the fact that people are rejecting you. But I want to show you something. There's 3 parts. When somebody gets a cold call, 3 things are about to happen in their own brain. Okay, the first part, we call this the croc brain. Okay, this is backed up by real science. This is not just something I made in Canva last night. It is, but it's not just that. It's actual psychology. When somebody gets a phone call, this happens to everybody, not just you. They get a phone call, they're like, who the hell is this? Is it a tax collector? Is it a lead? Is it my wife? Someone pissed off at me? They don't know what the hell's going on. It's a mini heart attack that everybody gets when it's a live call. They don't know who it is. They answer the phone, they're on the defense, they say, hello, who's this? And then it's just you on the phone, you're like, hey, what's up? Can I run your Facebook ads? Then we get to the second part, which is the emotional phase. People are like, oh my, all right, bro, get off my phone. It's the same reaction that you have when it's like, you're thinking about going to the gym. It's like, do I really want to go to the gym today? Like, you're gonna go, right? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But regardless, you always have that feeling like, maybe should I? It's not real. It's not a real emotion. It's just something that everyone faces. But if you can handle this emotion, right? If you can just not take this emotion personally, if you destroy it, you can get to the third part of the brain, which is the neocortex, right? For my science people out there, but you actually start to get them thinking logically. So if you can just get past this emotional part of your outreach, you should be anticipating this, right? It should not be catching you off guard. This should be something that you're already expecting and ready to handle, so that way you can get to them thinking logically. We got to get them thinking logically in order to get them to actually invest and work with us. Oh, this actually would be good for you, but like I did the last one as agencies because it's like very easy outreach, very easy fulfillment. You can actually work with a lot of agencies through partnerships and networking. Welcome to Tulum. And then commission and startups is like the cons, because a lot of them are working off commission, like the high ticket salespeople, and obviously a lot of agencies are starting up, so just be aware of that. But that's it, guys. That's the recap of day 1. I want to now get into the sales process, talk about actual scripts a little bit. I'm going to pull this one up for you guys. This is the actual boss one. Let me just switch real quick. Let's go to script. Oops, script. So again, this is going to be for setting appointments right here. I'm going to break it down with what we just talked about. So the first line, hey, it's Dan. Could you guys handle desired prospects? Josiah, what niche are you doing?
Bro, you made me think. I actually don't have one.
Alex, what niche are you doing?
Trees.
Okay, so trees. Who are the desired prospects for trees?
Homeowners that need their trees cut down.
Homeowners that have a problem, which is to cut a tree down.
Right.
What else? Well, what makes them desired though? What makes them qualified? They have access to money.
And might be in emergency.
And it might be an emergency, like an HOA situation, like they have to take it down.
Correct.
Okay. So what is your unique selling point?
Of the B2C?
No, for your offer.
Oh. My unique selling offer is that we use AI to qualify and book in all their appointments, which other people don't do in the finish.
It's an AI employee, right?
Correct.
Okay, so desired prospects, homeowners, USP is an AI employee. How much is your cost per lead?
Cost per lead for B2C or B2B?
For your offer.
My offer, cost per booking is around $7, $8.
70?
$7 to $8
For booking?
Yeah.
God damn. All right, and then, so let's break this down. So if I'm gonna do this for trees, I'm gonna say, hey, it's Dan. Do you guys handle homeowners that need trees cut down? I can be like, yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering if you guys could take my homeowners. You can be like, what are you talking about? Well, I have this AI employee and it gets tons of inquiries from homeowners in Las Vegas who need a tree person, tree surgeon, but I have nobody to send them to. I was calling around Google to find a partner. We talked to them one-on-one, and if they qualify and show interest, we refer them to you for $20 each, because your cost is $8, so let's call it $20.
Correct.
This is where you're gonna start to get objections, but we have to say this $50, and it might be a little bit hard to see on the screen. If you guys can't see it on the screen, it's that second link in the description. Go to click that, you can get the free appointment script, so you can follow along with us. But we want to give them a price here. We want to scare people away. A lot of students will like read the script and they'll never say the price. And they're like, Dan, I got 10 leads today. I'm like, let's listen to the call. And then they never mention the price. It's very important you mention a price here, because if they're not willing to pay anything, why am I going to talk to them? Why am I going to put them in my pipeline? I just want people to say, maybe, or all right. I'm not even looking for a yes here. I just want to weed out the no's. So let's say I say this, we talk to them one-on-one, if they qualify and show interest, we refer them to you for $20 each. They'll be like, all right, yeah, you want to send something over, or, yeah, I'm not looking for a decision now, I just wanted to introduce myself and say some information about me and our network. What's a good email for you? And again, our network is actually for a unique selling point. So I would say in this case, I'm not looking for a decision now, I want to send some information about me and our AI employee, right? Whatever your unique selling point, put it right there. What's a good email for you? And that's it. This one says, do you have 15 minutes later so I can show you over Zoom? No, you don't want to say that. What you actually want to say instead though is, can I call you back once you've seen the email? 99% of the time they're going to be like, sure, I don't care. You don't want to sell anything. You don't want to book an appointment because they don't know you. It's a freaking cold call. You just want to send them something, right? And then ask for permission to call back. That's all you want to do. And you're going to get way more leads out of that. Remember earlier I said you're only going to get rejected 75% of the time? This is why. Because there's no friction. I'm not asking for their time. I'm not asking for their money. I'm just trying to introduce myself and send some information. Now there's a very clear reason why they want to work with us. Let's talk about objections though. This is the most common objection you're going to get, which is, no thanks, I'm good, I'm not interested, I don't buy leads. Any early objection. Okay, an early objection is just an excuse because they haven't even heard you out, right? You could say, hey, I was just trying to see if you guys could take my homeowners. They'll be like, no, I don't buy leads. Or, no, I'm not interested. Not interested in what, sir? I haven't even told you yet. So you gotta be ready for this. Remember I said, that second phase, they're gonna get emotional right away. You've gotta be anticipating this. So, Alex, give me the objection.
Objection of?
The early objection.
Okay. No, I don't want any.
Yeah, no worries. I know you probably get calls like this all the time. I'm not selling some BS service. I actually have this AI employee that generates homeowners in Las Vegas who need a tree surgeon, but I have nobody to send them to. I just wanted to send some info on our AI employee so you can see for yourself. What's a good email for you? Just give me an early objection.
I don't buy leads.
Yeah, no worries. I know you probably get calls like this all the time. I'm not selling some BS service. I actually have this AI employee that generates homeowners in Las Vegas who need a tree surgeon, but I don't have anyone to send them to.
Yeah, I worked with somebody that like did that already.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna get to the next ones. But the next one would be like, who are you? Where are you calling from? They don't care.
Right.
Full disclosure. Whenever you get the objection to the question, who are you? Where are you calling from? They don't care. They're not even really asking that question. What they're really asking is, what company are you with?
Right.
Are you selling something? So the rebuttal is, well, my name's Dan. I actually have this AI employee that generates homeowners in Las Vegas who need a tree surgeon. I was just reaching out because I was looking for 1 or 2 partners. If you're interested in taking our homeowners, I can send you some information via email. What's a good email for you? Very, very simple. I'm just here to give you value. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to ask you for your time for a demo. Next one is, what is this? How does it work? You're starting to see a pattern, right? They all said the same thing. Mm-hmm. I have this unique selling point that generates homeowners in Las Vegas who need a tree surgeon, but I have no one to send them to. You should always have a cost, right? So for the rebuttal, how much does it cost? You should always have a number here. So if you don't want to say it's $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, give them a cost per lead. If you're selling AI, give them a cost per minute. Never come here empty-handed. Well, I don't want, because then it just looks bad. That's just my experience. Never not tell them a price. Never not give them a number. Either give them a cost per minute or cost per lead, because it's more digestible and it's more reasonable, and you also seem trustworthy. Because every salesperson, they're not going to tell you that, right? But we do, because we anticipate that. Guys, if you're in the chat right now, for my 10 people watching, please make sure to drop a comment. Any questions, any topics, drop a question. I'd love to hear from you guys too. Any questions on this for my people here?
So if I was selling it to agencies talking about, so essentially the way I see my offer happening is like agencies are doing lead gen, whether it's ads or whatever, essentially legacy agencies, if they've not got AI yet, like I've had so many people comment on my fucking lead magnets of agencies being like, yeah, I'm trying to learn AI voice agents and so I can like offer it to my clients. If they ask how much does it cost, for me, would I just say, well, the voice agents are 20 cents a minute, but not talk about like what the setup would be, what like the done with you would be. Just give them some sort of like price.
Yeah, and so with that, like here, I'll go back down because it's like one of my favorite things to say for cost. So I'll be like, give me the objection.
Well, how much does it cost?
It's just 20 cents a minute, but I'm not looking for a decision yet. I just wanted to send you some information. That way you can see more about me and what we do. What's a good email for you? I'm not looking for a decision yet. I'm not looking for a decision yet. That should be like, you should be ready to say that on the call. I'm not looking for a decision yet. Because one of 2 things is going to happen. They're going to say no. That's the most common.
Right.
Or you're going to run into that guy that's like, well, no, I got time now.
Right.
Tell me now. Sir, I'm not looking for a decision yet, whether it's yes or no.
Okay.
So fuck off. No, I'm kidding. Don't say that. Do you want to go over the script for like your offer specifically or not?
Yeah.
So who's your desired prospects for your clients?
I don't know yet. It's like agencies. It could be like agencies doing whatever, you know.
Who do they sell to?
I don't know.
Businesses usually know.
All right. Yeah.
So their desired prospects are businesses.
Yeah.
Let's say you're reaching out to content agencies, right?
Right.
Do you guys handle businesses who need content? Of course. What is your unique selling point?
It's like plug and play. Essentially, like they can add on this AI part to their service, like that, and start making money from it.
What is it going to help them do exactly? How do they make money from it?
It's going to give them like an AI offer, and it also help them get better results for their clients.
So it's going to help them get better results for their clients. And what was the first thing?
Give them like an AI offer, because all these agencies are like, oh, I need to use AI, like, but I don't know how to do it.
So you're going to help them basically build AI into their offer and then help them make money and like retain clients with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fire. So what are you calling the unique selling point?
I'm not sure yet.
You should have a name for it though. I thought
the AI growth system.
it was growth, right? AI growth system. So
But it's got the name AI, it's a bit like, I don't know. You said something the other day about not having AI in the name.
yeah, because it's kind of like a trigger word now. But what you should do if it's specifically for retention, we should name it something unique. Like I have this retention bot. That would actually be fire. A bot, because bot's not really saturated. AI is.
Mhm.
So you can say like, I have this retention bot that helps retain clients who need a content agency, but I have no one to send them to. Right? Because in this case, we're doing lead gen, but we would just like change the third line. So like, I have this retention bot that helps agencies keep their clients longer and make more money, but I don't have anyone to give it to. I just wanted to send you some information about it. They're gonna be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Because how many businesses are out there selling a retention bot?
Right.
You're the only one, man. It's genius. All right, we got a question, cost per minute? Yeah, so you would give them the cost per minute. Question says from Eclipse, what exactly do you send them in the email that gets you a 50% lead to discovery call rate? Yeah, we're sending them a landing page with a VSL on it. It's kind of a perfect segue because we're about to jump into that. So let's get into it. That's the appointment script. So you send them to a landing page. Can we, yeah, let's get yours. So we're gonna send them to a lander like this.
I go to zoom out a bit.
Yeah. Can you guys see that on the screen? Hold on. Let me see if y'all can see it on the stream real quick.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, we're good. So I get them interested, send them an email. The email is going to be super basic, guys. Don't overthink the email either. It's just going to be like the subject line, we just spoke. The body's going to be like, hey, name, it's Dan. I was the guy calling you about X. Wanted to send you some information about X. Link to the lander. Talk soon. 4 lines. Do not overcomplicate that. It's very, very simple. So we'll send them to a lander like that. They can see a VSL and a bunch of other stuff that explains what we do and how it all works. And then obviously from there, especially if you're doing cold outreach, we're going to follow up with them again and then get permission to call back on the first call so that we can call them back and do a discovery and then a demo. So I want to break down the VSL though, not this one, but I want to break down kind of like the, I call it persuasion. We've done master classes on this before in Boss. This is how you're going to attain top G authority and close more deals before the sales call even happens. So if you guys know Andrew Tate, obviously he has a lot of authority. A lot of people believe him. But why though? How do they believe him? Because of content, right? No one knows him personally, but we all know him through content. So I'm going to be talking about a thank you page specifically. So if somebody goes to the lander and they book a call, or you just did the discovery and then they book a call, you're going to send them to a thank you page, which is a little bit different than your regular lander, because we're going to have a couple things. This is the first part of the landing page right here, like the top. It's going to say, stop, do not leave this page, important next steps. And then it's going to be a video like this. Watch this before we speak, right? This is, again, leading up to the demo call. So we're going to have case studies right here at the bottom. If you have like any other content you can offer them, a YouTube channel, something like that. This is the thank you page, again, leading up to the call. So there's going to be 3 videos on this lander. We're going to have 1 video for expectations, 1 video that's going to show essentially the demo part of your sales call, the unique selling point, the actual value, the actual offer, the actual service. And the 3rd video is a trust video, which kind of just humanizes you a little bit.
Is this on the thank you page?
Yeah.
Or is this like the fun in general?
The thank you.
Just on the thank you page?
Just on the thank you page. And then at the bottom, we'll show some more case studies and proof too. So, first video, again, it's going to be authority. We want to scare them away. This is going to super increase your show rate and super increase your close rate. This verbiage that you're reading right here on the screen comes from the actual thank you page, that first video that we just saw. This one right here. Watch this before we speak. Then they click play, the first thing they see is this. Hey, what's up guys? Thank you so much for booking the call. Very excited to work with you. Just a couple things I want to go over. Click to this. If you miss your call without letting us know, we will cancel your appointment and we will add you to our do not call list. And then we even show them a little screenshot, an actual real screenshot of our Go High Level Opportunities tab. It's like, don't be like Sam, don't be like Jason. We're all adults here, we're all business people, so if you're not gonna show up to the call, no worries, just cancel us, let us know in advance. It's not a big deal, but if you cancel and you don't say anything, you will be added to our DNC list. We do not want to work with you ever again. We hate you. Just kidding, we don't hate you, but we kind of do. And again, it's going to scare them away. Read more. Right after you say that, but hey, since you're here right now, I know that won't happen because you're a legit business owner and you're serious about growing your business, building a predictable client acquisition machine, and automating it. But rules are rules. So again, guys, we're all adults here. Please just cancel your call if you're not going to make it or reschedule. You'll have plenty of time to do that. This is a mind fuck right here because they're like, oh my God, they're dead ass serious. But then right after, you're like, but since you're here watching this video right now, I know that won't happen, right? Because you're here watching this video. It's like breaking a fourth wall. So we want to mind fuck them, but ethically, okay, ethically. Nothing physical, okay? It's all psychological. This is all sales. And then in the same video, we're going to tell them, hey, so please watch all the videos below. There's only 2 videos. Right? We want to make sure they see it. Make them watch politely. You're just going to guide them to watch these videos. And then again, the last part of the first video is step 3, bring your credit card and be ready to invest in your business. The way that we do business is very straightforward. So at the end of the call, we will ask you to do business, but only if, and truly only if you're a good fit, we will ask you to do business. So don't leave your credit card in your car. Be ready to invest. Force them to pay, but willingly, and of course with their consent.
This is for like the first call.
First video.
No, but like, say they've booked in, right?
For a demo, after the discovery.
Right, okay.
So you call them back, hey, what's up, did you see it? No, I didn't see the video yet. Perfect, that's why I was calling. I wanted to see when we can book a demo so I can show you more. They'll be like, yeah, book it in. Hey, real quick, and then you ask them like some discovery questions if you have time, leading up to the demo. And that's the thank you page. Any questions on that?
So with the discovery call, like, because the way I have it, would you just do a discovery call on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Always. Really?
Yeah.
Rather than like a Zoom?
Yes.
Right.
It's a lot less friction. It's easier to get them on the phone. It's less commitment on their end.
It's like your 2-call calls, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you do your discovery call, once they get booked, they get emailed with a link to these videos, right?
That's right.
Like a little funnel thing.
Yep.
And it basically pre-qualifies them before the demo.
Yeah, I mean, if that doesn't pre-qualify them, I don't know what will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, bring your credit card.
Yeah.
Show up to the call. One of the things we also say is like, don't be distracted. Don't be in a car.
Exactly.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, I had that for my solar when I was in solar, but I honestly, integrate that into one of the pages.
All right, I got a question right here. Now, I'm a little confused. I thought discovery call and demo were the same thing. What makes them different? Yeah, so for the sales call, you're going to show the actual demo. You're not going to like do the discovery on the sales call because you don't want to waste your time doing a demo if they're not even qualified.
Right.
So the discovery call is literally just to see what they're doing now, if we can possibly help them, and if they're qualified, meaning do they have money. And we're going to get into that too, so don't worry. And again, so under that first video, right? That's the top. Let me start there. So this is the top that I just showed, right? That first video. Under that is this. 2 columns with 2 videos. Video on the left is going to be showing them the actual demo part of your sales call. So if you're selling AI, show them the CRM. Show them how it works. Play an AI agent, have a conversation with it. If you're doing lead gen, show a live client case study, right? Show them the CRM, show them leads, show them conversations. It's the actual demo part of the call. Why do I want to show them that? Because if they show up to my demo and I pitch them, they're going to think, okay, it's kind of cool, but there's still resistance. Versus imagine they see that same demo on their own and there's no pressure. They're going to be like, damn, that's pretty cool. And they come to the conclusion themselves, right? Imagine I send you guys a video. Or no. Imagine you're on a sales call with me and I'm like, isn't this cool? You're going to be like, yeah, it's cool. But like, I can tell you really want me to think it's cool.
Right.
Versus like I send you a video showing how cool it is and then you're like, damn, that's kind of cool. So that's why we always do a demo video right there on the thank you page. Third video is like a humanizing video, which it's actually this video down here. He just has like a lot of demo to show. And then this third video is like a humanizing one, which is like, hey, what's up? My name's Dan. I've been actually doing this for the last 5 years. We've had like a ton of clients and we've helped so many people do X, Y, and Z. And that's why we're so passionate about what we do and why we do what we do. And I'm so excited for you to show up to the call. We're very excited to see you and meet you and see you then. Right? It's a very humanizing video. It's just to kind of convey that trust. If you have one dedicated salesperson, have them do it. If you have a little bit of a personal brand, okay, maybe you can do it too. But it's obviously better if they feel that way about the person they're going to speak with. So I highly recommend that.
So is this like the second video, is like the USP stuff?
It's the second section of the lander for the thank you.
So it's like, is that the USP stuff you're talking about?
Yeah, a little bit. Like this demo would be that. Or like this, he's showing the actual like a Miro thing. Same thing. You have your Miro, you can do that too. This is a case study, if you guys didn't notice. An actual client interview. Why do they want that? Again, they're coming to their own conclusions. You're not trying to sell them that on a call. They're coming to their own conclusions. And so yeah, you can see the second video a little bit better. It's a Miro board. She's like, hey, so we're gonna run ads. You know, we're gonna send them to this. We're gonna send them here, 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 right? We're showing them everything they want to see, the demo part of the call. Because then they can really see, wow, this guy actually has stuff planned out. This guy actually has a real system. But they don't have the pressure of you on the call, trying to make it seem like it's worth it. They can just find out for themselves. Third video, again, is trust. You can see a little bit about me. Hey, when I first started working in sales and marketing 5 years ago, I worked with numerous agencies implementing X, and now we do X, right? Humanize yourself, talk about why you're amazing, social proof, all that good stuff. And then I always include this slide. So I'll do like the first 2 slides, and then this slide is like, hey, so I just want to pull back the curtain and be real with you guys, because when I first started my agency, I was like most leeches. I mean marketers. I loved being a marketer, but I really didn't understand the work I was doing. But now after helping so many people with their marketing, I finally understand what I'm doing. I see a different side of it. And if you stick with me through the next few minutes, I'll show you how my epiphany can change your business too. By the way, if you guys want this slide, you guys can get that cycle link in the description. It's under free resources in the Boss community. And again, you can see even more of it. So when I first started doing this, I was running crazy Facebook ads. I was saying anything to get people to click or even opt in. I would use a generic Facebook lead form to collect their information, get them to book an appointment, and nothing would happen. All right, I talk about the pain points, maybe some of the similar ones that they've had. And I talk about, so here's the problem with this method. You get a bunch of no-shows, a bunch of tire kickers, people don't even remember filling out the form. Meanwhile, you're paying agencies thousands of dollars to close no deals. Right? Again, you're hitting on those pain points that they're feeling. They believe you now. And then at the end, I show a little bit of urgency, call to action. We're going to give you this, and this, and this. And by the way, if you show up to the call, we're going to give you $500 off the next 10 people that show up to the call. So book the call below. Any questions on that, guys? In my chat, my 10 people watching right now, any questions, any topics, drop a comment below. Y'all got any questions on that?
For someone who's only been doing it, or like this specific agency for like 7 months, trying to like come up with this sort of transparency script of what I would say to like another agency owner. Something the first idea that came was like, when I first started, I just wanted to sell AI without learning how it actually works, and like you see a lot of people doing that. So I spent like 4 months just learning rather than trying to sell something that I didn't believe in, but now I've got this growth system that has proven that works or something. I don't know if that's bullshit or not.
No, it's not. I mean, you have actual experience of running an agency. You'd be like, hey, so I've tried to run agencies before. I've tried to do lead gen, and I was getting churn. I was getting refunds. I was getting chargebacks, right? All the things that agency owners hate or have real problems with. Look, man, I was there too. I know what you're feeling. But I was able to completely turn around my agency and have the best retention using this one thing that I'm about to share with you. And if you stick with me for the next few minutes, I'll show you how this epiphany can change your agency as well. Malik says, so on the thank you page, there's 2 different videos. There's 3 different videos. There's authority, trust, and value.
Instead of having a trust video, could you just put testimonials, or do you think it's better if you put yourself as?
No, they did both. Look, I'll go back for a second. So,
That's like 5 videos.
well, he did like 5, but I'm only talking about 1, 2, and then the first one. So he also has a case study. He has like 2 versions of the demo, like 3 versions of the demo, and then like a little bit of trust right there too. So, right, what does Google say? 7 hours of content for someone to be a red hot lead ready to buy. The more content, the better. But as long as you can at least incorporate all 3 elements of trust, value, and authority, it could be. All right, cool. Let's move on. Whoops, did not mean to dox that. No, it's fine. Close. All right, cool. Let's go into the actual sales script. I'm gonna get a water real quick. Hope y'all don't mind. Yeah, let's open that up real quick. Bow. Open that up. Bow. All right, give me like 1 minute. I'm just gonna grab water real quick.
Good.
How come you're not taking any notes? You know all this shit already?
I remember. You cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's what he said in the beginning.
That's good. How are my people doing out here? My stream, bruh. How y'all doing, bruh? All right, cool. So, oops. Hold on, I actually need the discovery script first. All right. Cool. So guys, let's talk about the close. We're not doing sales. We're going to do a discovery call, sales call, and handling objections. So let's start with discovery. This is our framework for discovery. We've done $1 million with this discovery script. I've never changed this discovery script ever. It's always been the same. It's done really well. Justin, welcome in, man. Thank you. All right, cool. So the first part of the discovery, we're going to start with the intro, the short story. So the first thing you need is introduce yourself, state who you are, and talk about your main goal. Everything in red is what we're actually going to be saying on the call. So starting it off, hey, hello? Hey, what's up? It's Dan. I'm from SMMA. How are you? You'd be like, I'm good. And then when they respond with how are you, use this as an opportunity to build altitude. So like something you can say to like convey social proof or authority, like, hey, what's up? It's Dan. I'm calling for Tree SMMA. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing good, man. How are you? Man, I've been crazy slammed. We just signed up 2 people earlier today. Right? Social proof. People are buying. Yeah, man, I woke up at 5 a.m. today, hit a workout. I'm ready to crush the day. Feel me? Like a little bit of personality. Right? Humanize yourself. Just got off a call with a client, man. He's so excited. He just got 3 deals this week. Social proof. And so now this line down here, it's still part of the first part, which is a short story, just a little bit of a rapport. But then this is like something that we'll do before the demo. So the reason why it's written like this is because we would book demos and then enforce the discovery because we were running ads. So like imagine we were running ads, somebody booked in a demo. We will literally force this discovery between that time. So if someone booked in for 2 days, we'll be calling them for 2 days trying to do this discovery. So so Dan is the salesperson, right, in this scenario. So yeah, you say that, whatever, right? So yeah, Dan's really busy. He may not be able to get to you for the call. So I'm just gonna call now and see if you're eligible for our guarantee. Do you have like 10 minutes or is now a bad time? So again, it's written like that because it was not a scheduled discovery, but you can rewrite that as you see fit. But again, so look, the salesperson's kind of busy. They may not be able to get to you. So I'm just gonna call now and see if you're eligible for our guarantee. Do you have 10 minutes or is now a bad time? Eligible for our guarantee. That's insane. And it works really well because they're like guaranteed. Tell me about it. So that's the first part. Setting frame. Okay, cool. So look, this call is really just for us to find out about what you're doing to get more tree jobs and the results you're getting from that compared to where you're wanting to be, just to see what that gap looks like. And if you feel like this might be what you're looking for, we can talk about possible next steps. Would that help you? So again, we just want to tell them it's not a sales call. Don't trip out on me. I'm not going to sell you anything right now. Hey, look, man, it's not a sales call today. I'm just going to talk to you and just see what you're doing now and see how we can help. And if you feel like it might be what you're looking for, we can talk about possible next steps. Would that help you? Why do I put those in quotes? Because I want them to see it's not like a solidified thing. It's like, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to book or confirm the booking. It just, if it might be what you're looking for, maybe we can possibly help you. Would that help? Bless you. And then I always ask the question, did you see that video we sent you? Right? If, in this case, we were running ads, right? So they should have seen it when they booked. Hey, what'd you think about that video that you saw when you booked? Oh, I didn't really watch it. No worries, you're gonna have plenty of time to do that before the next call. Can you please just set aside 5 minutes to watch that before the next call? Okay, because if you don't watch it, we're gonna ban you, right? As you guys saw before. So next thing is situational questions, right? In this stage, you're discovering more about where the prospect is now. And not all of these are going to apply. That's why I put a ton, because there's people doing different industries like med spa, HVAC, chiros, right? Attorneys. So in our case, yeah, so just started off by telling me what made you want to start your business, man. I've been doing this for 20 years. My dad did it when I was a kid and I do it now. Cool, man. You've been doing it a long time. What areas you guys cover? How big is the crew? How many jobs are you getting per month, right? These are indirect ways of asking, like, how much money do you make a month? Right? You can also ask that directly. It just depends on what kind of person you're speaking to. But these are just indirect ways of asking that question. So, next one. And then, again, this is for remodeling, right? So, do you do kitchen, bathroom, basements? What type do you mainly do? For trees, it would be like, do you guys do stump grinding, tree removal, maintenance? What exactly? For med spa, do you guys do body sculpting, microblading, BBL treatments? You know what I mean? Not that BBL. We're talking about a light therapy. But anyways. I like this one for contractors specifically, but do you guys offer financing? Because that means they're getting big jobs. Right? Any small contractor that does not do financing, yeah, they're not gonna get big jobs without financing. No one's gonna drop 30 bands on like a, you know what I'm saying? But they can with financing. And then just some things to note, right? So be a good listener, ask broad questions, and go deeper when you hit a pain point. So it'll be like, can you explain to me about that a little bit more? So it's like, oh, I've been doing it for 20 years. Oh, really? How do you get leads right now? Word of mouth. For 20 years, you've been doing it all word of mouth. Can you explain more about that? Right? One of the ones I like to ask is, man, you've been doing it for 20 years. Why are you trying to grow it now? Right? Why grow now? You've been doing it for 20 years. So next one is restate the gap to your prospects so they clearly understand the change they're trying to make. Okay, so right now you're doing about 5 jobs a month. You're trying to get to 15. And you can't hit that because you're doing it all word of mouth. And you've had bad experiences before, right? Because now it sounds like you're actually listening, like you understand them. Right? So this is like the word track. So you're currently here and your goal is to be here and you haven't gotten there yet because of this, right? Again, if you want the script, you can download that. Second link in the description. Show them that you understood everything they just said. Next thing is gain commitment. You'll be gaining little commitments throughout the call, but at this stage, you're going to ask for like a really, like a big commitment, one that might even cause a little bit of friction. So it'll say basically like, so look, man, I can show you how we can get you to those 15 jobs a month, but you're going to need to put in the work. Can you put like 2 to 3 hours a day to work on this with us? Or this one, right? If I could show you a way how you can reach your goal within your budget and X time frame, how soon would you be willing to make that next step? Right, so for agencies, if I could show you a way to reach your goal within your budget in the next 30 days, right, how soon would you be willing to take that next step? For agencies, I guess it would be like, what, like, if I could show you how to retain your clients for twice as long, and it was within your budget, and I could do that in the next 60 days, how soon would you be willing to take that next step? Write down all the answers because you're going to use them all in the demo. People are fighting in the chat, bro. I don't know what to say. All right, and then the next thing is book a demo. So keep your presentation simple. Salespeople make the mistake of giving too much info, which like a lot of times confuses the prospect. Your presentation just paint a picture like how we're going to help them. Like, hey, here's the problem. Here's like an idea of what a solution might be, right? And then just book a call. Be excited about your offer. Right in the beginning, we were like, hey man, I just talked to my client. He got like 3 deals this week, man. He's so excited. Right? You want to convey that too. Guys, any questions about the discovery script? Any feedback on that? Speak now or forever hold your peace. This is call number 1 of our 2-call close.
It feels like many times they have a problem, but whenever you push them a solution, they don't have that necessity to solve that problem since they have been living with that problem for ages. How do you get past that?
Well, that's why I asked the question, right? Like, hey man, you've been doing this for 20 years. Why do you want to scale now? You've been having this problem. Why do you want to do it now?
Yeah. But it's not a necessity in their heads.
Hey man, you've been doing the same thing for 20 years. Like, are you sure you really want to scale? Like, why not just keep doing what you've been doing?
Mm-hmm. And then they give you an answer that they want to scale their business, right?
Okay, role play with me. Ready? All right, cool. So, how do you get leads right now?
Through referrals, mainly.
Okay, good. So you're obviously good at what you do then. How long have you been doing referrals only?
Since I started, it's been 10 years.
10 years off referral?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, you're really good at what you do then.
Yeah.
We're gonna help you run ads though.
Yeah.
You know, you've been doing it for 10 years. Why not just keep doing what you've been doing for 10 years? Why do something else?
Well, I want to grow my business and have more jobs, more cheap jobs coming in.
But it wouldn't like nothing bad would happen if you didn't scale, right? Like you could just keep doing it. Like I understand you want to grow your business, but like why now after 10 years?
Yeah. I feel like I'm at a point where I want to scale my business and actually hire more people.
You're just ready now.
I'd say so.
That's it.
But whenever it comes on the second call, right? So between the first call and the second call, I feel like whenever they hop on the demo call, they don't have that necessity in them. They're like, okay, I could go back to my old way since they don't have that urgency, if you know what I mean.
Give me the objection.
So, for example, let's say we hop on the demo call, or like they don't have that necessity to hop on the demo call. That's where like sometimes why have like low show up rates on the demo call, because they don't have that necessity before they hop on the call. If you know what I mean.
Do you feel like that would help them understand their own necessity for it though?
The discovery.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like they don't have it. And that's also why I asked the questions. It's like nothing would change if you didn't change what you're doing, right? I mean, why would you even want to improve it? You've been doing it for 10 years, you're fine. If you don't do this, you're going to be fine. So I'm just saying, like, why would you want to even want to, like, why scale? You know what I'm saying? Is that like a weird question to ask? And you can say it like that. Like, is that a weird question to ask? I don't know. I'm just curious.
So you asking those questions, you're basically making them think for themselves.
Yeah.
They can answer it. They can answer it for themselves and not you getting the answers.
Yeah, because I mean, they just see a funnel, right? They're somewhat interested.
Yeah.
So then you're just kind of like testing them.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, do you really want to scale right now? Like, you could just keep doing what you're doing.
And then I guess from that point on, you just let them disqualify themselves if they don't want to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then they weren't going to close anyways.
Yeah, because if they don't want to do it, they're not qualified. Right.
Yeah.
So, what if we have like we propose like a necessity or like an artificial necessity? So it's more like they're more urgent on the offer. Like they're like, okay, I have to get this now because if I don't get it now, like I might lose it.
What's an example of that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe like
the building's gonna explode if you don't buy that. Like how would you like artificially do that?
for example, if we had an offer and our offer was like an AI bot, obviously we're not going to say AI since that's like a red flag, but there's it can only work with one tree business per city, and we can say that listen, we already have like 2 other people ready to after this call ready to join us. So if you don't, I mean that's it.
Yeah, and you don't have to say it weird. Like you can be like, hey man, I just want to ask because we can only work with one person in your area. You've been doing it for 10 years, and I just was curious, like, do you really want to change? Because nothing would be bad. Like, if you didn't do this today, like, nothing bad would happen. You could just go out and keep doing what you're doing, and nothing's, you know?
Right.
Man, we can really only take one person per city. Like, why now? Why would you want to scale now? So you can use that as context when asking the question, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Something I wrote is like, they wouldn't have responded to you, they wouldn't have responded or interacted with your ad or whatever if they already had everything that they wanted. So there's obviously something that they don't have that they think you can help them. So you can press on the fact that they could just keep doing what they're doing, but you know they're not going to get what they want. Or maybe they could, but maybe it's the time aspect. Like you could learn how to do AI if you wanted, but like you've not got it right now. So why? Oh, because you've not got the time, or well, that's like if you don't move forward with me, like you're just going to be in the same position you are.
That's true too. And also, by the way, this would be like at the end, right? Because you still have this context. So you're doing this, your goal, we've already defined a clear gap. So we know they want to grow. The question is why. So it's like, hey man, you want to be at 15. But it's not bad if you don't hit 15, right? Like you could just keep doing your 5 a month. So you have that context and you haven't gotten there because X. So like Matt said, like you're here because you opted in. You're here because you need something.
Yeah.
You need this goal, whatever they just told you it was.
Yeah.
Nothing bad would happen if you don't hit the goal, right? Like why now? Why would you want to even do that?
Right.
So you got to get that why. Mm-hmm. So like you said, they truly get why they want to show up to them. The point is to like disqualify them as much as possible here.
Right.
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, because like sometimes we'll have so many objections, and then you'd be like, that's really smart. You just be like, well, why are you on call? You know.
I'm just looking. I'm just seeing how you guys do it because we're trying to do it. Like for my example,
Yes.
about an agency. Yeah, we've been building a couple voice agents and doing it, but I just wanted to see how you guys do it.
Yeah, no worries. I have like tons of videos on YouTube if you want to check those out. Or what exactly did you want to see?
How you guys set up the agents and like how you do the prompts and stuff.
Yeah, no worries. I have videos on that. Like I can literally send you a video right now and it'll show you all of that if that's what you want to see. Or was there something specific that you wanted to see?
And then you just keep going until they basically say like,
Hey, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
we tried to build it, but it doesn't work.
Thank you. Okay, you suck. And that's why you're here. Okay, good.
You need me.
Right. Because the whole point, we call it going for the no. Let me pull this up because it's actually very important to this point.
Yeah.
At this point in the discovery, this is some gold right here. So if you want to write this down, like definitely do it. I'm gonna pull this up because I built I have an album in my phone specifically for this part of the call.
Shit, it's getting hot.
So let's call it this. Are you good?
Your computer's getting hot.
Are you good then?
Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So something just to note for these discovery calls, and again, this is very, very important. That's why I wanted to like make this part like very clear. I wrote notes on this specifically for this part of the training today. So we call it going for the no. What the? Okay, here we go. My phone is tweaking. Sorry. Okay. So what we do during the discovery is we look for reasons why it wouldn't be a good fit. We want to front load all these questions to the front of the script to seem premium, seem like an exclusive offer. We want to seem like our offer is hard to qualify for, to pre-handle their objections. Because we have to realize that if there are alternatives or workarounds to your offer, you need to be the one to bring it up.
Say that again.
You got to realize that if there are alternatives or workarounds to your offer,
Our offer or
your offer, you need to be the one to bring it up. So for example, for AI,
Oh, so like, yeah.
it's the perfect situation. Oh yeah, I've been working on my own. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll just send you a video. You're good, bro. Peace. You need to find ways to not do business with them. Oh yeah, I just want to see like how you do the prompt. Oh yeah, all right, we can just cancel the call because I got videos on that. I'll show you that. We want to seem premium. We want to seem hard to qualify for. So some examples of questions that you can ask, like, hey, why not just do it yourself? You're already working on some bots. Hey man, if you're already working on some bots, like why not just do it yourself? Right? Another example is like Alex, like why not just keep doing what you're doing? It's already working. Why not just keep doing that? Oh, well, because, okay, well, as long as there's a reason. Why not just do it yourself? Oh, well, okay, as long as there's a reason. Another example is, for example, like if it's trust. Yeah, man, I've been burnt by other agencies and I fucking hate agencies. Hey, well, I'm just curious, man. I'm an agency too. Like, why do this again if you've been burnt before? Oh, well, because, you know, there's got to be someone out there who can help me. Okay, as long as you're aware of that. What's another example? Somebody's like, yeah, man, like I want to run ads, but like it's too expensive, or you know, I want to do AI, but it's too expensive. It's like, actually, let me put you on. There's something called Ultravox. That shit's cheap. Have you tried looking into that? Because you may not even need what we have. You can just use Ultravox and like solve your problem. Well, no, actually, I need it, right? So you want to find reasons to not work with them in the discovery part.
You're like giving them suggestions of how to solve their own problem without using it.
Not necessarily a solution to it, but it's like again, we're trying to find the alternative. Because if there are alternatives, you need to be the one to bring it up. So like for your case specifically, Matt, like everybody, and this is me too, everybody I talk to, yeah, I built a bot in retail. Why are you here?
Yep. Literally.
Why not just do it yourself then?
Yeah.
Or what exactly were you needing my help with? It builds insane trust. And it enforces a real conversation instead of like a fake sales call. And if you don't bring it up, you're suddenly not trustworthy. And if you're not trustworthy, they're just going to lie and wiggle out of the call at the end. And you want to avoid that. And so asking these questions are very, very crucial. So next thing is when you're asking these questions, or really any of these, you never allow shitty answers. Any little vague answer, any little short, no. Nope. Do not allow the shitty answers, because if you do, it creates an environment where BS vague answers are not accepted. Because you're no longer catering to them and avoiding tension. Like, for example, it's like, oh, what do you guys do now? Or like, for example, beginner salespeople ask the question like, hey, how much do you guys make per month? And they'll be like, enough. It's so gay. Like, so it'll be like, what's enough? Oh, we make enough, man. Can you just show me?
No.
Look, man, if I can't even ask you a simple question, like we could just end it here. Like, you want to just end it now? Never allow the shitty answers, because then what are they going to do? They're going to think, oh, he's going to allow the shitty answers? Okay, I'm going to tell him how to think about it at the end.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's good.
So you always should, like, if they're being like hella short, you'll be like, yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, ask them to expand. And if they're still being short, like for my A types, look, man, if I can't even get you to answer a question, like, we can just end it now. What do you want to do? You have to create an environment where bullshit answers are not accepted. Because if you're no longer catering to them or avoiding tension, then they know that they can't get away with it at the end when you ask for the decision.
It's like if your bosses are just like, just tell me how much it is. I don't care. You're like, well,
Yeah, man, like, I don't even know what you do, so like, if we can't even get through this part, we can just end it now. What would you like to do? Because I don't want to waste my time either. Like, you should not feel uncomfortable saying that.
yeah.
Just tell me how much it is. Yeah, look, man, if I can't even get through some questions, like, we probably shouldn't work together. You want to go through this, or should we just end it now?
Yeah.
And this is specifically for the A side of the call, right? Because I have the power and the authority, so prospects follow my lead, and they buy into me without lowering my status. Okay? And then last part is this. You basically, what you've done by asking these questions, if you've created a logical next step, right? Because you've already thought of all the alternatives, all the workarounds. So logically, hey, look, man, well, if that's the case, let's just get on a demo and let's show you how we do it, right? You've created a logical next step by providing solutions to the objections.
It's kind of like, you could do all this shit, but you don't want to, so that's why you're still here. It makes sense for us to do this now, right? Get on a discovery call.
Or like at the close, right? It's like, hey, man, you already said you're not going to do it on your own because you can't. You already said this, you already said that. Like, this is what you got to do. And if you're not really ready to like grow your business, that's fine too, and I can accept that. But is it going to be a yes or no today? Any questions on that? Let me check my chat real quick. Chat, any questions, any topics? Who has the stream open? Let me see real quick. Guys, any questions, any topics, type in the chat, please. Nothing? Okay, cool. "10% will buy no matter what you say. 10% will not buy no matter what you say." And then that 80%, these are people who we speak to, you know, they're gathering information. It's up for grabs. And that's really how you handle that. All right, cool. Let's move on. That is the discovery.
Okay.
It's class. It's class.
It's a bust.
All right, cool. Let's get into the demo, guys. So there's a couple, well, actually, hold on. Which one is this? Is this a trial call? Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, so here's the framework for the sales call. We're going to do intro, short story, trial close, demo, actual close. So there's 5 steps. Intro, short story, trial close, demo, close. So let's start with the first one. Before the call even happens, right? You should be already sharing your screen. The screen should be either your landing page or the demo, what you're about to show them. And you should already be recording before you even let them into the room. So as soon as they get in, they can see a screen, they can see you, and that's it. So the first part, hey, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you see my screen? Yeah. Awesome, man. Welcome in. Did you get a chance to see that video that we sent you before the call? Yes or no? All right, cool, man. Well, I don't really have a script today. I just wanted to show you our process and then answer any questions you have. This is not going to be a high-pressure sales situation, but this is still a sales call. So if at any point you feel like you're not interested or it's not for you, just let me know. Cool. All right. So yeah, man, before we start, that's my favorite thing to say because you're going to lower all their sales resistance that they have already. So before we start, and then that's the beginning. So before we start, how are you currently getting X, Y, and Z? A lot of the stuff you've already done in the discovery, so you may not need to ask that question, but yeah, man, so before we start, did you get a chance to see that video yet? Cool, man, what did you think about it? Yeah, I'm only asking just because a lot of my clients, they've done like regular Google, they've done Facebook, they've tried AI a little bit before, and it's always like, you know, they get unqualified leads, it's like a waste of time or they're not interested. Is that like the same for you? Cool. Then we get into the short story. Yeah, man, I'll just be direct and honest. Like, when we first started doing this 3 years ago, I was like everybody else. You know, when we first started, we were giving our clients like social media leads like everyone else. And there was a point where I just felt like I was selling snake oil. You know, our leads looked good, you know, but many times they would never actually turn into deals. You know, so I went to my team and I was just like, man, what if we had people that were ready to buy? And that's kind of how we started our new offer. Like we literally re-engineered everything we knew about marketing and AI. Right? So this little short story kind of like, because they think you could be a scammer, let's be real, right? They have like tensions are high, like trust is at an all-time low. They have their guard up. So it's like, hey man, I'm just gonna be honest real quick. My name's Dan, I've been with Scaling Squad for 3 years, and when we first started, we were like everyone else. You ever get calls from like other marketing agencies that do like a similar service? Yeah, man, they call me all the time. Yeah, man, we used to be just like them. So I get it. And there was a point where I felt like I was selling snake oil. You know, the leads looked good. The AI seemed like it would work, but many times it would never convert. So I went to my team and I asked them, I was like, you know, how can we actually convert these leads? And that's how we created what I'm about to show you today. So real quick, and then we get into the qualifying section. This part is if you did not do a discovery, but if you did the discovery, just recap what you told me. Hey, so yeah, man, on the last call you told me X, Y, Z, and you haven't gotten there because of whatever reason. Is that right? All right, cool, man. So in most calls like this, they usually never show you the price until the end of the call, which is pretty backwards to me, because if it's out of your budget, you already wasted like 30 minutes for nothing. So what I'll do now is I'll just show you what's included in the price because that's the most important part of the call anyways. Boom, show them exactly what's up. I can't even say how many times I've done this. Like I've said this exact word track and they're like, oh my God, thank you. This is like 5 minutes, 7 minutes into the call. So yeah, man, on most calls like this, they never show you the price till like 30 minutes later, which is crazy because it's like, obviously that's the most important part of the call. So I'll just show you what's included in the price now, that way you know what to expect. Boom, share your screen, show the pricing, and then what I'll do right here, you can see it's highlighted. Here you want to cover your package and make your suggestions of which one fits them based on what they mentioned in the discovery section. So if you have 3 packages and you have like, you know, already the pain points and whatnot and the gap, you could be like, hey man, so here are the 3 options. I think the second option is going to be the best for you because you told me this and this. And these 2 things are going to help you specifically. Any questions on that? And you just wait for questions. No, I don't have any questions. All right, cool, man. I still got to show you everything. But if you like it and you feel like it would actually help you get more jobs, is $2,000 even in the budget right now? Right, you're going to start to get objections here, right? It's a trial close. You just want to make sure they have the money. And then a lot of times they'll be like, I got the money, but I don't know if it's going to work. All right, cool, man. Don't worry. I got more to show you. As long as you got the money, that's all I care about. All right, cool. Transition to the presentation. This is like specifically for my presentation, so it's relevant. By the way, if you guys want the script, click that second link in the description. You can get the scripts in the free resources section inside Boss. So you'll just do your presentation here, do the demo. Again, there's not much there. But then we get to this end, right? At the end of the demo. Hey, any questions? Hey man, that's everything. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But with this unique selling point, we've seen the number one way to convert more appointments, or whatever you're selling, right? The number one way to get more jobs, the number one way to get more appointments, the number one way to get more views on YouTube is intent. It's about having good conversations, right? It's like having a client that says they're interested, but when it comes time to pay, they disappear. And literally, again, with this word track, like verbatim this word track, as soon as I say this part, they're like, yeah, man. like they always like feel defeated. I'm like, it's about having good conversations. Like I'm sure you've talked to somebody, right? They say they're interested, but when it comes time to get the money, they disappear.
Right.
And I do a little 3-second pause and they're like, yeah, man, that just happened to me last week. Exactly, man. So if someone is high intent, that is the best way to convert them into a client. So all I'm going to do is put you in front of the people who are online and looking, and then we follow up and set an appointment using our unique selling point. Any questions on that? Cool. And then the last thing. So now, usually to work with agencies who can offer our level of dedication and our type of results, sometimes they're going to ask you to lock in for like 6 to 12 months, which can be kind of scary, especially if you're like 99% of the people I talk to and they've been burnt before. So that's why we don't have a time commitment. Because for one, we want you guys to be as comfortable as possible when starting. And two, regardless of what other companies say, it really should not take longer than 2 months to see some good results. So as far as getting started, we do have some discounts you're free to take advantage of. Every now and then we run different promos based on what's going on. And right now we have the accelerator discount. Just to save the back and forth, the follow-up, right? It's a $500 coupon I can apply to your total pricing right now. And again, we're just doing that for people who are ready to start right away because it saves us the back and forth and the time we could be spending with actual clients, right? And I always do this. Always do this. If your pricing's $3,000, make it $4,000, offer the discount. Always, for urgency. Because two things are going to happen. They're going to say yes or they're going to say no. And we're going to get into the objection shortly, but like if they say no, then you could be like, okay, no problem. Is this something you really want to do though? Because if not, that's okay too. I'm a big boy, you can tell me. No, I do want to do it. It's just, okay, well, if you're going to do it anyways, I would really help. I would hate for you to not take advantage of the discount. What if we do this? Do $100, fully refundable deposit. You can go talk to your wife. You can go do whatever the fuck you just said. But at least you still get the discount. If you're going to do it anyways, like you just said 2 times. So now let's transition to the objections because we're going to get into this discount. Sorry, I haven't eaten today. So the first objection, right? I need to think about it. It is the most common because it's a fucking lie. And they don't want to tell you what is the real objection. So, oh shit, I didn't even check the stream. Do we have any questions in the chat? Oh, we do. Do you ever do discovery on the initial cold call? No. Because again, we just wait for that commitment. So I need to think about it. First thing we're going to do is disarm. So disarm, identify, and challenge. Disarm, identify, and challenge. So give me the objection.
I need to think about it.
Yeah, no worries. I was actually going to send you an email after the call. It's just everything we went over today. That way you can think about it. Do you want to check in again, like maybe later this week, or what's best?
Sure.
What's best?
Tuesday in the morning.
Tuesday in the morning. All right, cool. I'm going to lock that in. Perfect, man. I'm going to put that on my calendar. And just to be direct, I've been doing this for a long time. And usually when people tell me they need to think about it, it's one of 3 things. Either it's the price, it's our company, or you're just polite and you're not interested anymore, which is your main concern.
Which one do you usually see?
Price.
Yeah.
It's not always the price, but.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's just the price. Yeah, no worries, man. Is that something you really want to do or not? Because either way is fine. I just want to make sure you're serious because we get a lot of inquiries and I don't want to chase you down if you're not interested. No, I do want to do it. It's, I just got to talk to my wife or my bookkeeper, whatever the fuck they said. All right, cool, man. Well, I'd hate for you to spend the extra money if you're just going to do it anyways. Are you opposed to putting down a fully refundable deposit to save your spot? You can put it down. Worst case scenario, you hate me, you never want to see me again, I'll fully refund it. Best case scenario, you save $1,000.
If they decline to put down $100 to keep the discount, do you think that's because they're not interested at all?
Yeah, they were like never gonna buy.
Okay.
Most of the time, like they will, or they'll even consider it.
Mhm.
When people say no here, they've just now lied to me twice. Yeah, I need to think about it. Okay, why? Oh, because price. Okay, got you once. Is this something you really want to do though? Because if not, that's okay too. No, I do want to do it. Okay, well, if you want to do it, you want to just put down a fully refundable deposit? No. Have a nice day. I'll just end it right there. Or like follow up with AI or whatever. So that's the first objection. This is the best one because you're going to get it the most. And it's Chad level rebuttals, bro.
Yeah. So,
All right, cool. Next one. How can I trust you? Give me the objection.
How can I trust you?
Well, let me ask you a question, man. When you first started your business, did any of it exist?
No.
How'd you make it real?
I did.
You just did it? Did anybody doubt you when you started, like having no results?
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course, right? So when you started, you knew that you could do the result, right? You knew you could cut the tree. It was just a matter of time and getting in front of the right people, right?
Correct.
So it's the same with us, man. We already know exactly what's going to happen and how it's going to work. And I'd love to get you on the phone with a client if you'd like to see that kind of stuff. Or maybe you just need more time so I can show you why we've had over 300 clients in the last 12 months. Because what I don't want to do right now is press you. Because our core values are trust, value, and responsibility. And we're not high pressure sales here. I just want you to be comfortable making a decision on your business. Did you want to go with one of the two options, or do you have a question I can address today that would help you make a decision today? Holy shit. Because like a lot of times, like this question is not supposed to be a direct answer because like they don't even know. It's like, when you started your business, did any of it exist? And they'll be like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'll be like, well, I'm just saying, like, did anybody doubt you when you started? Like having results from nothing and building? Right? So you kind of take them through that. It's like, obviously, and then this is such like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just like low-key roasting them because it's like, look, man, I'd love to get you on a phone with a client if you'd like to see that kind of stuff. Or maybe you just need more time so we can educate you on what we do and why it's worked for over 300 clients in the last 12 months. Holy shit, like, that's insane. Yeah, I don't have the same like energy, but like that is crazy. Maybe you just need more time so I can show you why what we do has worked for over 300 clients in the last 12 months. That is Giga Chad level handling objections. I just want you to be comfortable, man, making a decision on your business. So did you want to go with one of those two things today, or do you have a question I can address that help you make a decision today? Next one. Give me the objection.
man, 3,000 is just way too much money.
All right, well, is it the classic, I don't have the budget because I don't have the money, or I don't have the budget because I don't know if I made sense of the return I'll get from this?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know if it's going to work or not.
Let me ask you a question, man. Where are you calling from right now?
California.
California, okay. So what would hiring a full-time media buyer run you in California every month?
Ooh. I don't know. Pretty expensive?
What would you say?
Maybe
What's expensive?
$1,000 a month.
$1,000. And that doesn't include the strategy, the benefits, any other services, or the discounted agency price. That's not including having the knowledge or know-how to make it happen. So comparatively, you could pay a smaller agency fee for more services that allow you to work with a team of experts. That way you can make a much greater profit than you would at all or even on your own. But look, man, I can tell price is important to you, right? But is it the price or the cost that's important to you?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying because other companies may beat us in price, but never cost. For example, like Angie's List, they're cheaper, but the leads are cheaper too. So you end up paying more in the end, which is the cost. So yeah, sure, our price isn't the cheapest, but neither are the other aspects of our business. Like for example, when your customers, they just want to put a Band-Aid on their HVAC system, right? Rather than replacing the whole thing. Sure, the price of a new system is more, but just repairing it and repairing it and repairing it costs more in the end. So look, man, it's your decision to work with a cheaper service, but many times saving money costs more in the end with mistakes, not having the experience, and hiring someone that doesn't value their skills. So let's get you set up with a company that believes in integrity and is going to get you more installs with a guarantee. Is that fair enough?
All right, yeah.
Bruh.
That's fire.
If you said that to a client, they'd be like, who am I talking to, bruh? Like you just gained so much authority.
Right.
You know, because a lot of times they have trust issues, like they have the money, but it's trust, like you said.
Exactly.
You talk to them like that, bruh, they'd be like, holy shit.
Damn, that's legit.
Because it's like, what do you even say? No? You're gonna say no? You just look dumb now, right? Like Marmosi says. Give me the objection.
Oh, well, there's this other guy, this other company that's like way cheaper than you.
You saw someone charging like $1,000?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go with them?
Oh, well, I just kind of wanted to see what you had to offer and why it's more expensive.
Okay, well, you've seen both, right? You can pay $5 for a website or $5,000 for a website, but I can guarantee the results won't be the same. But why didn't you go with them? You just wanted to see more?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking around, you know.
All right, well, that must mean price is important to you, right? But is it the cost or the price that's important?
Yeah, I don't know. What are you talking about?
And you just go through that same word track.
Gotcha.
This one's really good. What's my ROI going to be? Well, every client we work with received a CPR or a clear process to revenue. And I want to have an agreement before we do a deal together that will get you an ROI. We'll be sure to show you what our team will work on to get you an ROI. Where do I send the agreement so I can go work with you?
What's a CPR?
A clear process to revenue.
Oh, okay.
Give me this one.
I saw negative reviews with you guys.
Really? Where'd you see them?
Like on Google or some shit.
On Google. Were they actual clients or like just haters online?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I mean, we've worked with 1,200 companies in the last 5 years. So chances are, even if you saw 1, 3, even 10 bad reviews, that still means you have a 95% chance of success with us. And I'd love to get you on the phone with a client or even send you a testimonial if you'd like to see that kind of stuff. Did you want to do that or you ready to move forward?
I'd like to speak with one of your clients.
Okay, so then I'll just have them call one of the 3 numbers they can call, talk to our clients. And so let's just say you call them, you got off the phone. All right, man. What do you want to do?
Let's go.
So I actually fucked that up because if someone does want to talk to a client, we usually have like 3 numbers that they can call. And typically it's like people within our own sales team that they can just call and talk to. Like it's like a second voice.
I was gonna say, isn't it like illegal to give out your clients' info, or
I'm not doing that. It's usually someone on our team that's kind of like second voice for us.
Right.
And so like, what I'll say is like, tell me that you want to call someone.
Could you give me the number for someone that I could call?
Yeah, no worries. I'll give it to you right now. But when you talk to them, what do you want to get from them?
Just that you guys are legit and you know the results.
Okay. So once you talk to them and they say that, what would you do next?
Phone you back.
Okay, gotcha. But you'd phone me back to do what?
To move forward.
Thank you. And then I'd have them call. So they talk to them, they hear the great things, ready to go?
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure they make it clear, like, yeah, so once you talk to them and they say amazing things, like, what's next for you? I'll do it. Bet. Guarantee? You all got a guarantee? Look, man, according to the FTC, it's illegal to make guarantees on intangible marketing services. However, all of our clients get a CPR or a clear process to revenue, so you can see exactly what you should expect. for sales coming in. Right? I need to talk to my wife or my business partner. Yeah, no worries. You guys probably bought advertising in the past, or like, business services for you guys in the past. So when it comes to making an agreement before what's needed to make sense of spending money on it, like, what do? Oh, we do blah, blah, blah. Well, you said you like the system, so let me ask you, if we could save your partner the trouble of scheduling together, having to sit through all this again, and you could just be the hero and save the headache and time, would they be upset about that? And then like last one, which is like very rare, but it's like, why should I choose you guys? It's very common for like lead gen, but like not really for AI. Or actually, it probably will become like important for AI soon. But it's like, there's a million AI companies. Why should I choose you guys? Well, I don't know if you should. I'm not even sure if we can help you yet. I'd have to know more about how you would benefit from our offer before having you pay for anything.
But surely we've done so much like qualifying, we've shown them the process, how we can help them. Like we've got to that point and they're like, well, why should I choose you if I could?
Let's say you did all that with a guy, and then his partner joins a demo. Like you did all of this with him, but then the partner joins. Like they're both on.
But at that point, you should be sure that you can help them because they've told you.
Yeah, but the partner just came on the call for the first time. He wasn't part of the discovery. He wasn't part of nothing.
I know, but what if it's the same person and they've said that?
Oh, well, it's just funny as fuck because it's like, why should I choose you? Well, why are you still here? Surely something got you this far. We're at the very fucking end of everything, right? Like, why are you here still?
Answer with a question.
This a lot of times happens like during the beginning of the call, like this one. Because it's like those A types who are like, why should I? You know what I'm saying? Like the A type's not going to sit through and then fucking ask this at the end. So yeah. It's like, hey, what's up, guys? Can you see my screen? Why should I choose you? Well, I don't even know if I can help you yet, bro.
Right.
I'd have to learn more about what you need and how we can even help you before buying something.
So let's think about like, because those two questions that we usually get asked like straight after one another or literally together is like, why should I choose you? You're, 5 times more expensive than the last guy I spoke to.
Yeah, you may not even need us. I don't even know. Can I go through it first? Because I gotta see what you guys need. I don't want to sell anything that you don't need. You may not even need it.
So we've pitched the price and he's said that, right?
Oh, after the price?
Yeah, like we've said, let's just get the price out of the way. You've told him the price and he's like, well, I saw a guy doing it for 500 when mine's like maybe like 5K or whatever. So why should I choose you?
So those are technically like 2 objections in one. So I'd handle them each.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw a guy doing that. Oh, well, why didn't you go with him? And then they say,
oh, because I just wanted to see like what you guys do, but it seems like you guys do the exact same thing, but he's doing it 10 times cheaper.
Yeah, and you could do that, right? You could get a website for $500. You could get a website for $5,000, but I guarantee you it won't be the same. Price is important to you, right?
Yeah.
But is the price or cost important to you? Because, sure, I can go get a cheaper service anywhere, but the business is probably cheap too. Right? My service is $5K. It's not cheap. And neither are the other aspects of my business. So a lot of times saving money costs more in the end. Right? With mistakes, the packies don't know what they're doing. Right? You feel me? It's up to you. But let's get you set up with a company that has integrity, has value, has case studies. Why we've worked with over 300 people in the last 12 months. Let's get you set up with someone that has a guarantee. Ready to go? Bless you. Cool. By the way, if you guys want those scripts, it was a little bit hard to see on the stream, I get it, but if you guys want those scripts, second link in the description, click that link in the chat, and that's it.
Oh, that's my stuff. You're excited.
Yeah, weird. Whoa! Whoa!
Infinite.
All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. That is the end of day 2. Thank you guys so much.